I never understood why, like, all of a sudden people are just coming out being like, oh, I'm faster than such and such. I'm faster than this. Bro, let's be real. It's like, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. A lot of these influencers' speed, y'all think y'all are like Olympic fast? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just like, this is interesting to watch. Like, everybody's like, oh, speed, let's race. Oh, no, let's race. And it's like, bro, I don't know. I feel like there's levels to this in a way. Like, that's an Olympic runner. Granted, you feel me? Yeah, speed wasn't that far off. But let's be real. Was Noah really taking speed serious? Was Noah really taking speed serious? That's always my question. And even then, like, yeah, Tyreek Hill versus Noah will probably be a great race to watch, but I just don't know if I got money against Noah. Like, I don't know if that's like smart at all to bet against an Olympic runner. Like, you know, like, do that make sense? Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bet against somebody who's running on the biggest stage and trained all their life for this, and put that on someone who plays a whole different sport. You know what I'm saying? Like, that makes me scratch my head. Like, I don't know if I could do that, bro. You know, like, that to me just don't make sense. Cause it's like you almost throwing away your money betting on. You feel me? Like, why would I bet on who's a better passer between Tom Brady and Lionel Messi? Like, you feel me? Like, that don't make no damn sense. And we talking about throwing a football, not a soccer, not kicking a soccer ball. Hold on, stay with me now. But yeah, bro, like, I just don't think that makes sense. And it's interesting how this whole thing has come about. You feel me? With the Ashton Hall running and racing. And I'm gonna be honest, even with the Ashton Hall like racing, I don't necessarily think his muscle mass is the issue. Could it be? Maybe. I'm not sure, but like, I think it's just more practice, more getting in the gym running. Like, I never thought like muscle mass was like the craziest downside. Like, I understand, yeah, like, I can see how it is. I can definitely see how it is. Like, the heavier you are, I can see how it is. But even then, I don't think he's that big. I don't think he's like bodybuilder big. I don't think that, like, his weight should be OD stopping him, if that makes sense. Like, I think his weight should be, it's just somewhat be comfortable for him. But in a way, I think he just got to get back in the gym. Ashton Hall get back in the gym and he like start taking running seriously. I'm gonna be honest, he probably could most definitely be speed, because how often is speed running? That's my question. Is speed running like consistently? Like, is speed consistently training? Because all these other athletes who are in this boat of, oh yeah, let's race, let's do this, let's do that, they all run. Like, Ashton Hall naturally runs for content. That's one. But Noah, Tyreek, all these, if you want to go any NFL athlete or any track athlete, like, all they're doing is running. Track more than football, but like, they're running. So like, I don't know. I'm actually curious on how consistent speed is, or like speed takes it. If he's just going with the Godspeed he's been given, then hey, you feel me? By all means, go crazy. But I don't know. I feel like once you get to certain levels, it's like, bro, you feel me? I don't know. I don't think he's beating Tyreek. I just don't. I just don't. And do I think Speed's ever gonna race Tyreek? That's a whole different story. I don't think so. Do y'all think Speed's ever gonna race Tyreek Hill? I don't see that happening. Like, in no case. Whereas like, at least anywhere like close to right now, I don't ever see Speed racing Tyreek. I don't see Speed racing Noah again for a little while. Like, I especially say I don't see him racing Tyreek because I'm like, okay, he lost to Noah. And as of recently, I don't know if y'all been looking on TikTok, but Noah and Tyreek are like talking about oh yeah, me and Tyreek, it's closer than y'all might think. Okay, so okay, so they're probably gonna race really soon. I don't think I see Speed racing Tyreek depending on the outcome of that race. You feel me? Like if Speed is no, not Speed. If Tyreek is OD slower than Noah, okay, maybe I see that happening. Maybe I see Speed being like, oh well, let's race because it's probably closer than what I think or than what he thinks it is. But if Noah, I really just don't see him racing Tyreek. Because even if Noah and Tyreek are close, I don't see Speed being like, oh yeah, let's race it. Because I could easily see Speed, or not necessarily Speed, but like anybody in that situation, like if you try to decide on what to do or how to move correctly, and you're like in a competitive field, it's like, okay, even like boxing, right? Like you have boxers who, okay, I'm gonna wait and see who wins out of this fight. I'm not gonna fight the loser, but let me go for the winner again. You feel me? Like I don't see Speed being like, oh yeah, let me and Tyreek race. No, you lost to such and such. I want to race such and such. You feel me? I don't know. Then again, he has already lost to Noah, so that's like the biggest. That's like the biggest thing. But I don't know. I don't know. It could go any which way, but I just find it interesting how this is all coming about like right now. Like everybody's just like, oh, I'm faster than you, faster than fast. And it's like, damn. I sort of kind of almost, I don't want to say I feel bad for track athletes in a way, but it's like, damn, because track doesn't really have like an NFL in my eyes, besides like the Olympics, I guess, which are like every 4 years, I think. But it's like, damn, I wish track athletes got the same coverage or like push as these content creators who are running get. You get what I'm saying? Not necessarily saying Tyreek Hill and Noah, of course, but like I wish other track athletes who are actually in the field doing this and like this is their sport and this is what they want to do had got that same push as these other creators who just pick it up and be like, oh yeah, let's run. You feel me? Like it sort of sucks because it's like track athletes don't get no higher stage but that one stage at the Olympics, that one platform. I feel like it's hard. And like I seen this thing where they were talking about like, yeah, certain athletes, they're on their like 360 deals, and it's like I feel like it's way stricter or it's way more strict for like a track athlete, or like it's very difficult to get to that point where Noah's at, where it's like, okay, you're getting pushed with deals and all this other stuff. But nowadays I feel like that Noah's like 1% of many. Like the people at the Olympics, or usually who are winning consistently, yeah, I guess, you feel me, I can see that happening where they're under contract and they're thriving. But majority of other track athletes who are on the come up or just in that mid group, I don't think they're getting that same push as Noah, media wise, money wise, just getting push wise. Like I don't think they're getting that. So it's very interesting how content creators could really pick up a sport and just take off with it in a whole different lane, and it thrive more than half of the other athletes who've been doing this for a while. And like when I look at it at the end of the day, it's just running. But when I look at it, it's interesting because I see other cases with it when it's like you have Logan Paul, you have with the WWE, and it's like, damn, I use my content to get into the sport and thrive. It's a little bit different. I'm not saying it's exactly the same, but you feel me? That's an instance where I could be like, okay, yeah, a content creator stepped in and he took it and thrived. And it's like he didn't have to go through the same steps. I don't personally think he had to go through the same steps as somebody going from the ground up to make it to WWE. You feel me? Like he took a whole different route and then it worked. But I don't know. It's very interesting how that could happen. Even, and better yet, even with his brother with boxing. Even with boxing, that's a big one, because people they're picking up boxing and they're just going crazy with it in a whole different amateur level. Like they're taking it and making, I would say like a lot of these amateur boxing matches or setup boxing matches from even content creators, they're taking the sport and making way more money, or just getting way more coverage than professional boxers if you're not in that 1% of boxing. I don't think a lot of boxers coming up nowadays are getting the same coverage as, like, say if Aiden Ross hosted a big cash prize boxing match, or Logan Paul, Jake Paul, KSI, that whole ordeal. You feel me? So it's very interesting how that could happen. And then it's like, damn, I low-key feel like it kills a sport in a way. But that's here nor there. That's here nor there. But yeah, it's just very interesting to watch, because at the end of the day, it's just running. Again, I don't want to put it past like, oh yeah, they're running on the track. No, I mean, it's just running at the end of the day. But when you put it into race form and you're running with against actual athletes of this sport, it's like, damn, there's other athletes I know who could thrive if they got this media push, you know? But people only want to see the quote unquote fastest. So it's like, it's something you have to bear with and just have to be okay with at the end of the day. You can't really just sit there and complain about it, you know? But that's here nor there.